Welcome to Bristol, lightning in a bottle. It's called many things. And this is the world's halfest mile, just one of the many nicknames of this racetrack. And it is home to race number 24 of the Pepsi Racing Series schedule. There's 3 races to go before the chase, and this is certainly a big wild card on these final races. A short track, some guys struggle, tempers will flare, crashes, and one guy will pull into victory lane and be happy. The others will probably be mad at each other for a reason or another. It's just Bristol, and it gets exciting sometimes. And guess who's on the pole? Yes, the man who's been dominating everybody so far this season, Jason Marshall's. And it's Carter Keselowski, Cody Lamas, Ryan Daniels, Sean Henley, and Robert Brooks. Sean Henley needs to rebound and try to make the chase here. Ethan Nix and Seth Cole, Brandon Bain, Stefan Papias, who's sneaked his way into 5th in points, Mike Flanagan, Mom and Elias.
Start them engines!
There's that command to start the engines by a hillbilly there. Tim Figgle, Dylan Young, Sean, and Brad Smith. Then it's Dylan Petit and Marshall Rich. And quickly, let's go on through the rest of the field, because I don't have time to show you and tell you who everybody is. But I can tell you that starting in the last rows, your winner from Indianapolis, Charles Jackson. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. We're underway at Bristol. And Carter Keselowski gets one hell of a jump and takes the lead away from Jason Marshall's. Jason Marshall's most likely spun the tires on that start. He now has like 49 laps to make that up now. But Carter Keselowski has jumped to a huge lead here. And crash! Spin already. We are under caution, maybe, or maybe not. Nope, no caution. Carter Keselowski still in the lead. Jason Marshall has gotten 2nd place. As you see the smoke up in the air, we'll show you what happened in just a second when we get the opportunity. But it involved Dylan Young and Ryan Koch here. Oh, trouble! Charles Jackson around with Barney Ward. This will bring out the caution, and Carter Keselowski is still your leader. So caution now officially out for the first time. Carter your leader, and spin in front of the leaders. It's Barney Ward again. Boy, what is with Barney and getting turned, and he makes a little contact there with Ryan Daniels as he try to get on by. So Carter's your leader. And now let's take a look at what unfolded there in those laps. I'm just looking to make sure nobody else crashed or has damage. So first, let's start with that first incident that did not bring out a caution. It was Dylan Young and Ryan Koch. So let's take a look at that. This was on lap 1 at the start of the race, or coming to take lap 2 here off of turn 4. Dylan Young and the 2 get sideways, and there's Ryan, and he's trying to correct his car and save it. Slams into Ryan, and then they both spin out, hit hard against the wall. Surprised the caution didn't come out because of that. Now they kept it going. And then something happened to Corey Williams, I believe. Oh, he gets sideways and he spins out. That's what happened to Corey there. And then they all wreck over here. Barney Ward, I believe he got some help. Oh yeah, Charles Jackson. He got sideways. I forgot about that. He gets sideways off turn 4 again. Lots of guys getting sideways off of turn 4. Slams into the 51, then into the 52. And he saves it. Keeps it going, but that is enough to bring out the caution. And then Barney gets together with Dylan Young, and then Charles kinda got loose there. And they get together again. Oh, that 52 and the 2, they're going at it. So that was definitely interesting. Maybe a little rivalry there between the 52 and the 2 there. Dylan Young and Barney Ward. They're body slamming each other. And that's basically what happened there in those first few laps. Now let's get to the restart, as Carter Keselowski is your leader. Restart will take place here on lap 10 of 50. So 40 laps to go. Carter Keselowski with the lead. Jason Marshall, Ryan Daniels, Cody Lamas, Sean Henley, Brandon Bain, Mike Flanagan, Tim Figgle, Robert Brooks, and Stephen Poppy as your top 10. Then you kind of look on through the rest of the field here. See where everybody is, and back to 42nd. All 42 cars are still on track. Green flag back in the air. Carter Keselowski bringing him down for the restart here. See if Jason Marshall can hang with him this time. Last time Carter pulled away to a huge lead. Like this time Jason's kind of is able to stick with him a little bit as they complete the first lap under green again. And Ashley's on pit road. Ashley on pit road, apparent problem for the 10 car. Either that or, oh, spin Cole Lanning and a huge crash. Caution is out, most likely. Unless they all saved it, which I think they did. Oh, nope, caution is out. Carter Keselowski still your leader. Jason Marshall is running second. Oh, and Carter and Jason going at it now. Oh yeah, they're discussing a little space here. Probably a little argument there on who gets what position. So I saw Cole Lanning get turned sideways, or get loose, I should say, and he spun out into traffic. So let's take a look at what happened there, and let's investigate on why Ashley's on pit road. We tried investigating and see what happened to Ashley. She just came to pit road, but meanwhile Cole Lanning just completely overdrove turn 2 and slammed into Trent. What's this? Slams into him sideways, and then the chain reaction behind him. It just completely caused the chain reaction behind him, and all the other guys spun out. Oh, now Corey gets turned again, apparently. Oh, him and Cole Lanning make contact. Whoop. Oh, they get together, and around goes Corey again. So, some intense action early on. A lot of the guys getting loose. Apparently this track is pretty slick out there. And a lot of guys getting loose and slipping and sliding and spinning out and causing pretty big crashes. So, let's get back to the restart. Carter Keselowski still your leader here, lap 13 of 50. Alright, pace car gonna dive in, lap 17 of 50 here. Carter Keselowski your leader, Jason Marshall, Ryan Daniels, Cody Lamas, and Sean Henley. Not much change in the top 5. We only had like about 2 laps of green flag action there. 41 cars are on track. Let's see that one guy or girl that retired, and it was, or actually Ashley's a lap down. She's still on track, just a lap down, meaning she's gonna restart to the inside of Carter Keselowski. So this should make the restart pretty interesting. Remember back in the first race at Bristol we had this season, when that when there was a lap car to the inside of the leader, green flags in the air, it made it real interesting. And here comes Jason to the inside, Marshall's Carter to the high side, and Jason Marshall takes over the lead just like that. And that's why I was saying that, because, oh, Jason gets a little loose. Carter's still there. Oh, Carter hits the wall, and he's gonna lose a bunch of spots. And going 3 wide now. That's not going to work. And he settles in now to, I believe it's 4th place, and now he's on the apron. And oh, Jason Marshall's sideways. And oh no, he clobbered Ryan. Oh my God, what in the world? Oh, and now Ashley comes back up the racetrack and hits Cody, and we are under caution, obviously. Looking for the leader, Ryan Daniels. There he is. Or I think he's your leader. Trent with heavy damage on pit road. Jason Marshall's hit the back of the 92, and now he's coming to pit road with some heavy damage. Man, he was running a really good race, and finally the luck runs out for him. He had a really fast race car, and now it's all over. That hands the lead over to Ryan Daniels, and now Ashley gets turned by Brandon Bain on the front straightaway here. So the luck finally runs out. Now let's take a look at what happened and what caused all this mess on lap 19, 20-ish around there. So Trent obviously got a piece of it, so let's take a look at that. Alright, it all started with Robert Brooks, who was running in the top 10. And it ended up finishing way back here. And I mean way back here with what's his name? The one car, where is he? There he is. Trent, who was running 28th. So Trent running 28th gets collected in a crash that started around 9th place around there. Okay, so Robert Brooks gets sideways. Real sideways. Gets in the Seth pole, spins out. Trent has nowhere to go, but just clobbered him. I don't understand why he just clobbered him like that. So these guys are all stopped on the racetrack, and here comes the leaders at full speed. Ashley, she's not the leader. She's running dead last, but she's like, where the hell do I go? She checks up. Then Ryan Daniels checks up a little bit. He goes sideways down, swerves to the inside to avoid all this lap traffic. And then Jason Marshall's was trying to swerve and avoid all this traffic as well, and then he gets into the back of the 92. And then more guys get sideways. Ashley comes up, gets into Cody. Then Ashley, you know, she spins out. And there's Jason with the heavy damage. Unbelievable here. Under caution. All of this. So, it's been crazy so far here at Bristol. Let's get back to the restart as your new leader, Ryan Daniels. And if he survives out here under this caution, these guys are pretty crazy under the pace laps here. So Ryan Daniels, our new leader. Corey almost got into the back of him, and now Ryan almost gets into the back of him. Jeez. And now Ashley gets turned back there. Alright, let's get back to restart. Ryan Daniels, your leader, and now running second is Cody Lamas. And Carter Kozlowski, Brendan Bain, Tim Figgle, Stefan Papiez. There's Jason Marshall's on the apron coming to pit road with some heavy damage. So, so far, crazy race at Bristol. Let's get back to the restart now. Pace car takes the dive here on lap 23, or gonna be lap 24 of 50 here. Green flag! And we're almost halfway home here. One more lap to the halfway point. Carter Kozlowski back up to third. Remember, he started on the pole and was the leader. He just couldn't make, lost the lead to lap traffic. Martha Beck on pit road now. This might be scheduled, maybe, I don't know. If we look at some of the cars still running out there on track right now. There's John Dillon. Almost got sideways there. Oh, a little contact here between the 22 and the 28, and then the 5 going to come to the inside, try to make it 3 wide. Not going to work. We got battling here for 10th place, and we go back up to the front. Oh, Cody hits the wall. Then Carter gets the lead, and Carter gets second, excuse me. Ryan's in the lead, very comfortably in the lead, I might add. Look at that. Got a pretty big lead. Martzebecka back out on track after coming to pit road. Not sure why. He probably lost a couple laps. See some of the racing, then back to single file here. And it looks like Cody Lamas lost a lot of spots. They're hitting the wall there, and Ryan Daniels going to get slowed down by Martzebecka, his teammate, and there's a crash in front of him. And we are under caution now, and Ryan Daniels gets into the back of Robert Brooks. Not much damage, though. So we are under caution once again here at Bristol. This time it's on lap 30 of 50. Let's just make sure nobody else gets into anybody. Let's see, Carter's okay, everybody's fine. The mess back here, a bunch of guys trying to see where they will restart here. So let's take a look at what happened. Looks like Ryan Daniels might have a little bit of back end damage. Oh yeah, somebody got into the back of Ryan here. And might have been the other Ryan. Nope, nope, it was Robert Brooks. Oh, he just clobbered him. And turned him into the wall. Wow. It's gonna be interesting to see how that affects his race car. Was Robert Brooks possibly helping out a teammate here? Well, no other MWR cars in the top 10. The closest one's Mike Flanagan in 11th. So I don't think it was help. Unless Robert Brooks is mad at Ryan Daniels for something. And he's on pit road now, so that little fiasco cost him here. He's coming to pit road. He might be done. With some heavy damage to the 15 car. And he was in contention to make the chase here, so that was a pretty stupid move on his part. Now let's take a look at what brought out the caution. Alright, this happened under caution. The 55 car clobbers the 77 here and absolutely gets underneath him. That happened under caution, so James Clarkson's going to take his car to the garage most likely here. So now let's take a look at why we were under caution. I was just wanted to show you guys that because I saw it now. So now really let's take a look at it. I know I've said it a bunch of times. I believe it involves Ryan again, so we'll see if he had anything to do with it. Seems like Ryan's been in every wreck today. In or around every wreck today. This time the 20 car of Ryan Cooper gets loose. Gets into the 92. They spin out in front of Ashley and in front of the leader Ryan Daniels. You're going to see him go by the screen here. There he is. So Ryan's been involved in many accidents here today, and maybe that's what Robert Brooks is mad about. Because Ryan Daniels here, when the caution came out, he got into the back of Robert. Right here, he gets into the back of him. Slight tap right there. He kind of moves him out of the way. And then later on, Robert Brooks would clobber the back end of the 6 car. I believe it's right here. Yeah, right here. Boom, hits him. So maybe that's a little payback right there on the part of Robert Brooks. So Ryan Daniels, the leader, with some back end damage. Let's get to the restart here and see how that damage affects his number 6 machine. Alright, we're about to go green here on lap 35 of 40. Ryan Koch somehow is running second. I don't know why. Apparently there was an issue with the scoring or something. Ryan Daniels is your leader. He has some back end damage. We'll have to see how it affects him. And Ryan is way out there now. I think he's trying to give back the positions here. Mark Zabeka's a lap down. And that's his teammate in front of him. The leader, Ryan Daniels. So I don't know why Ryan Koch was being scored in second. I got a couple guys on pit road here. But I think he's giving back those spots. Oh, sideways is the 56. He hit the wall. So how about that? Ryan, who's been involved in about every caution today, is running 10th. And I think the reason why he's running 10th is because a bunch of guys hit pit road. And, oh, he hits the wall now. He's losing positions, though, a lot. He's back down to 16th. And caution is out now. And looks like Samuel Mills might have gotten a piece of it. Oh, Tony Speed a little sideways there. And then the 3 car sideways gets into the 10. See Ryan Daniels, your leader, is still okay. There he is. This caution brought out by, I think, Samuel Mills, if I'm not mistaken. So let's find Samuel here. Looks like Ryan has dropped back all the way to the 20th position after restarting second. So there goes his opportunity. Where is Samuel? I think he may have come to pit road here. Alright, we'll find Samuel now and we'll show you what happened to bring us under caution here for, I don't know, there he is. I don't know what it is now, I've kind of lost count. Sorry about that. Samuel Mills had nothing to do with this caution. Instead, it was Ashley and Dylan Young getting together. Ashley gets a little loose. Dylan gets into him. They spin out. believe it started in front of them though, maybe. Oh yeah, it definitely did start in front of them. So Ashley was just checking up because these guys crashed. Trey gets loose, gets into Cole Lanning. Cole Lanning's been another guy that's been in about every caution, and then John Dillon and Corey come in sliding there. Looks like just a chain reaction with those two crashing, and then John Dillon checks up sideways, gets into Corey. They both spin out. Ooh, pretty good impact there with the 28 machine. And that brings us out of caution for, I don't know, the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I don't really know anymore. Ryan Daniels still your leader though here at Bristol. Just we're within 10 laps to go, so it's going to be interesting these next few restarts. So let's get to the restart now. Ryan Daniels your leader. I believe Carter Kozlowski's still second. Yep, indeed, there's Carter. And looks like where's third place? We have lost third place. He's disappeared from the face of the earth, maybe, unless he crashed. Oh, there's third place, Brandon Bain. It's like he had to check up a little bit to let some block traffic go, so he's gonna go ahead and take his position back, if they let him though. See if Tim Figgle's nice enough to let him back in line. And yes, looks like he's gonna let him back in. Let's get to the restart. Ryan Daniels your leader, Carter Kozlowski, Brandon Bain, Tim Figgle, and Mama Elias your top 5, I believe. Here we go, within 10 laps to go. It's gonna get wild. Pace car getting ready to take the dive. Ryan Daniels. Trey Campbell now once again is second. I don't know why he's in second. Looks like another scoring issue here at Bristol. Ryan Daniels is your leader. Green flag in the air. We'll see if Trey Campbell can make something happen, despite him not really being the second place car. And Ryan Daniels has just 6 laps to go and make that 5 now for a victory. And the next, if a caution were to come out, I think the race would end right here, and Ryan just pulling away now. Take a look at some of the action towards the back. Oh, Sean getting a little sideways. Back up to the front. No difference. Ryan Daniels leading the way. Trey Campbell in second. Somehow gets the second. I don't really understand why, but if he finishes second here today, he robbed that second place, because he was way back there, and there was a scoring issue, and now he's running second, and he's kind of closing in on Ryan a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Ryan Daniels coming around to 2 laps to go here. Alright, now if a caution comes out, this race is most definitely over. Mark Rebecca to the inside, and here comes Ashley, going to get in front of Ryan here, who is the leader. Oh, Trey really closed that time. White flag in the air for Ryan Daniels. 1 lap to go. And Trey has really closed the gap now. Not going to be enough through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Ryan Daniels dominates and wins at Bristol. And Trey Campbell robs second place. Carter Kozlowski 3rd. Tim Piggle 4th. Mount Elias 5th. Poppy at 6th. Glenn Petit 7th, Seth Cole 8th. Racer DSM gets a nice 9th, and Brandon Bain rounds out your top 10. Let's look at the rest of the finishing order. Ryan Daniels wins it. Trey Campbell, it says retired because he just came into pit road. Trey Campbell, Carter Zosky, Tim Figgle, Mountain Lion, Stephen Poppy is. I already told you all that. Here's the rest of the field. A lot of guys a lap down, 4 laps down. Jason Marshall's going to finish 40th here today. They're crashing out while running second. So tough break for him. He's probably going to lose a lot of points. He's still going to be the points leader because he has about a 3-race lead over second place. But this is definitely going to hurt him a little bit. Luckily for him, he's basically locked into the chase already because he has such a big points lead. But everybody else is really tight. Second place through 15th, I think, is like super tight. So one bad race and you're gonna fall way back in points here. We've seen Stephen Papias do it. He's gained 5-10 spots in points these last 2 weeks, or 2 races I should say. We don't do it by weeks. He went from like 10th to 5th after last race, And now with a nice 6th place finish, he's probably going to get up there to 3rd around there. So Poppy is showing his muscle late in the season. Ryan Daniels, he was just outside the chase looking in now. But this should propel him into the chase contention here. So now let's go celebrate with Ryan for his big victory. Here comes Ryan Daniels, back end damage and all, about to celebrate his victory here at Bristol. Obviously a huge boost of confidence for that team, and this should really help him out in making that chase now with 2 races to go, Atlanta and then Richmond, which is a home track for Ryan Daniels. So his chase chances are looking pretty good right now. He just needs to have a good race at Atlanta and a good race at Richmond, which he usually does since it's his home racetrack. Usually finishes top 10 there. As he burns the tires down on that next side, batteries forward. And whoa, almost backed that into the wall, and like it matters, he already has a ton of damage because Robert Brooks absolutely nailed him in the butt. And he continues to celebrate. This is a paint scheme designed by him. He designed it and is racing it here in the Pepsi Racing Series. He also designed a CM Punk paint scheme for himself and an AC Delco paint scheme for himself, which he's ran this season already a few times. So he does that Kevin Harvick style burnout. And up the banking here at Bristol. And continues to do it now. Pretty impressive. Although hands down the best burnout of the year, the best celebration of the year was Tim Piggle diving into a lake. I mean, come on. I don't think any other driver would do that though in their right mind. Who the hell would dive into a lake in a race car? Leave it to the guy named Tim Piggle. And Ryan gonna make the turn here. Misses the turn. You missed a little bit there, bud. And bring it on, Victor. And turns it around. Yep, Victor Lane's up this ramp right here. She's trying to get into, not going to be able to do it with that. There you go. Up the ramp. Up the ramp. How about that? Turns it into, hits the fence a little bit there. Turns it into Victor Lane. Ryan Daniels, your winner here today at Bristol. Congratulations to him. Join us as we go to Atlanta with 2 races to go in the chase.